Hi everyone and welcome to volume 1 of the September diaries. I've always liked the month of September. It's the end of summer, the beginning of autumn. It's a good transition to start focusing on new goals. It's always a nice time for a new beginning. So that's something I'm going to try to focus on. And also this month I'm going to do the magical readathon. So I'm going to give you a little background about my character for the magical readathon. I live in the Wilding. The province where I live in is Etheria, and then for my heritage I'm an earthling. So the first prompt is to read a book with a map, and for this one I chose Heir by Sarah J. Maas. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know that I started reading the Throne of Glass series this year, I think. I don't know when I started reading them, but I read the first one, I liked it. I read the second one, I didn't like it so much. But I do want to continue the series. I'm going to read the third one and hopefully I will like it. The next prompt is to read a book that keeps tempting you or top of your TBR. And for this one I chose The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. After I started this book, I'm only like 20 pages in, I think. I do have a good feeling that I'm going to love this book because what I've read so far, I think this is going to be the most amazing adventure I'm going to read in a while. The next prompt is to read a standalone, and for this one I chose Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. As you can see, pretty much all these books are going to be fantasy books. I just think the fantasy books for magical readathon is the best, and also I do read a lot of fantasy. When it comes to fantasy, I do not really read a lot of standalones. I usually read series. So I think it's going to be nice to read a standalone fantasy. The next round is to read a book featuring ghosts, haunted house, or other supernatural elements. And for this one I chose Kerri by Tracy Wolff. This is the fourth book in the Crave series, I think it's called. I read the 3 first books in this series during August. I just want to say that these books are very YA, trashy, paranormal books. They're not good books, they're just entertaining. I think that sometimes you need those type of books where you don't really have to think a lot when you read them and you just go in there to have a good time. The next prompt is to read a thriller or a fantasy book, and for this one I chose Final Girls by Riley Sager. I've seen so many booktubers talk about this book. The next prompt is to read a 5-star prediction, and for this one I chose Foul is Fair by Hannah Capin. This book is a feminist Macbeth retelling, and I've seen a lot of booktubers also talk about this book and no one has said anything bad about it. The next prompt is to read a book with a school setting. If you know me, you will know that books set in school, especially magical school, those are my favorite books. My all-time favorite series is set in a magical school. Sadly, the author sucks, so I don't really talk about that series anymore on my channel, but I just decided to go for another series and not reread that one. So instead, I chose The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I've never read any books by her, and I feel like the Raven Cycle is an OG booktube favorite. Okay, so these 7 books are for the map prompts, and now moving on to the character creation. My background is that I live in the Wilding, and for this one the prompt is to read a book largely set outside or in the forest, and for this one I chose Silver in the Wood by Emily Tesh. I haven't really seen anyone talk about this book on booktube. Maybe it is very popular, but I just haven't seen anyone talk about it. This book is a duology, and what really captivated me and attracted me to read the story, this book is set in the forest. The main character lives in a cottage with his cat, and I just think that this is going to be the most atmospheric tonal reads. Then my province is Etheria, and the prompt is to read a book that features fae or elven characters, and we all know that I love those so much. And for this one I chose A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. So I just have to say that I'm kind of intimidated to go into this book because everyone says this is the best book in the trilogy. Well, I don't even know if it's a trilogy anymore, it's a series I guess, but everyone says this book is the best one. Also in this book we meet Cassian? I think it's Cassian, but everyone loves Cassian as well. I feel like there's so much hype and expectations for me to love this book, and if I don't like it, I'm just going to be so disappointed. And lastly, for my heritage, I chose Earthlings. And the prompt for this one is to read a book with elemental magic or an element word in the book or series title, so air, fire, earth, water. For this one I chose Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco. I've read Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I liked that book, but it wasn't like a favorite or anything, but this is a darker YA fantasy. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, and also the sequel is coming out pretty soon, or maybe it's already out, I don't know, but I think it's going to be nice to read them back to back. These are the 10 books I plan reading during the during the month of September. Hopefully I will like all of them. I'm looking at them and they're pretty much all fantasy books, but it's alright. Oh, okay, bye. Hi everyone, and welcome to volume 2 of this video. I've actually been filming every single day during the month of September. When I was editing the video, I just decided to delete everything, so I'm not going to post those vlogs from September. I'm just going to do something new. September has been a good month so far, but at the same time I've just been so overwhelmed with life and finding a new job and just getting back into the swing of things. So today is Saturday. Today is actually raining. Summer in Barcelona is still not over. It's been hot and sunny outside, but today it's raining. It's kind of cold, it's like 24 degrees. So it's been nice. Hopefully next weekend I will be able to go to the beach for the last time before autumn properly starts. My dog is freaking out because of the thunder and lightning, and I feel so bad, but I cannot do anything about it. I'm going to have lunch and watch Criminal Minds. I started watching Criminal Minds again. I'm on season 2 right now. This is my 3rd time starting the show again. I've never seen the last 2 seasons, I want to say. So hopefully this time I will start rewatching the entire series and actually finish it. But I feel like there's some seasons that the episodes are just way too hard for me to watch, because you know it's a very triggering show, but at the same time it's very interesting. I'm on season 2, on episode 2 I believe. My favorite character is obviously Dr. Spencer Reid. I love men that are intelligent and that also like books. So yes, Dr. Spencer Reid. And also something that I was very shocked about is that Spencer, in the first season, he's 24 years old. He has 3 degrees, I think 2 masters and a PhD. And he's only 24 years old. I know he's a genius, but still. It's raining so much and there's so much thunder and lightning. Oh my god, my dog is terrified right now. My dog is hiding under my bed. I feel so bad. Look at my earrings, how cute. I wanted to make a reading update. Like I already said, I'm taking part in the magical readathon, and from all the books I read in the month of September, I think only one of them was for the magical readathon, which was An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. So moving on to the 3 books I'm currently reading. The first one I'm going to talk about is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 2nd book in the ACOTAR series. This is a BookTube favorite. Everyone loves this book. This is one of the highest rated books on Goodreads. Okay, the next book I'm reading is The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien. This book is a fantasy classic. It's an epic adventure and so far I'm really enjoying it. And then the last book that I'm currently reading is All is Fair by Hannah Capin. This book has a lot of cruelty and it's triggering as well. It has a lot of topics that I'm very uncomfortable reading, but at the same time I'm curious to see how the author is going to manage the situation and the topics in this book. So I just got home and I made some popcorn, and now I'm going to sit and continue watching Criminal Minds, or maybe I will watch a horror movie. I'm not very good at watching scary movies on my own. I don't know, maybe I will try it, but I do want to watch some more episodes of Criminal Minds. It's still raining outside and it just looks so beautiful.